Today's video was requested by Jazz Sia. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Dolphins are aquatic mammals in the Cetacea order, with around 40 species distributed worldwide. Marine creatures such as the pilot whale or killer whale are also part of the Delphinidae family, and despite their common names, they qualify as dolphins. The anatomy of these creatures typically consists of streamlined bodies, 2 pectoral fins, a boneless dorsal fin, which is used for stability, and a tail fin for propulsion. Dolphins are fast swimmers, and some species can travel at 34.5 miles per hour. When traveling, the jumps that they perform above the water's surface can help them conserve energy, as there is less friction in the air. Dolphins have conical teeth, which are well adapted for capturing fast-moving prey. They also possess incredible hearing and can use echolocation to track down objects of interest. Dolphins are probably best known for being among the planet's most intelligent animals. The brain-to-mass ration in some species is second only to humans. They are known to learn, teach, cooperate, scheme, and grieve. There's also a belief that they are self-aware, which may be an indication of highly developed abstract thinking, similar to that of human beings. Even though dolphins have long been thought of as playful and friendly creatures, there might also be a darker side to them. Number 4. Attack at Dolphin Park in Mexico. During a Swim with the Dolphins program at Isla Mujeres in Mexico, a Swedish couple on their honeymoon were terrified when the marine creatures started attacking them. Sabina Cadbrand and Christopher Stenstrom had joined the program along with 6 other tourists. At first, things were going great, according to Cadbrand. The instructors had told them to splash the water and have the dolphins reciprocate. Then suddenly, a young woman started screaming that she'd been bitten. Afterwards, the same dolphin named Picasso bit another woman before plunging its teeth into Cadbrand's thigh. The trainers reportedly looked confused as the tourists were bleeding and screaming in the pool. Stenstrom compared the situation to a scene from the movie Jaws, only with dolphins. The honeymooners weren't hurt significantly, but one of the tourists who'd been bitten required a wheelchair for the trip to the hospital. Dolphins are widespread, and most species tend to prefer the warmer waters of the tropic zones. The bottlenose dolphin is the most common dolphin species, and it can be found everywhere except for the Arctic and Antarctic regions. These creatures have a long-standing relationship with humans and are a frequent addition to aquariums or water parks. This is sometimes regarded as a controversial matter. Many animal rights groups argue that these creatures, which exhibit such intelligence and potential for self-awareness, shouldn't be kept in captivity. The military of Russia and the US train bottlenose dolphins as military dolphins to locate sea mines and detect enemy divers. In fact, the deepest known dive for a bottlenose dolphin is 990 feet, and it was achieved by Tuffy, a dolphin trained by the US Navy. In the south of Brazil, a pod of bottlenose dolphins is known to cooperate with the local human population by driving fish into fishermen's nets. In 2004, off the coast of New Zealand, a pod of dolphins circled 4 lifeguards for almost an hour in order to prevent a great white from attacking them. Despite the overall positive interaction between dolphins and humans, it's worth remembering that these are strong and unpredictable wild animals that can cause serious damage. Number 3. Dusty. In 2013, Dusty, a female bottlenose dolphin swimming close to the coast of Ireland, had gained a notorious reputation for attacking humans. However, it hadn't always been so. The dolphin had been frequently visiting beaches in North Clear since 2000 and became an attraction at Doolin for constantly interacting with bathers and playing with them, sometimes for hours on end. The dolphin was reportedly completely unafraid of people and actively sought out swimmers. She even starred in an Irish tourist board ad campaign. While most people reported fantastic encounters with Dusty, others, particularly in more recent years, weren't so fortunate. Some believe that Dusty's aggressive behavior was the result of people teasing and mistreating her. Others claim that it's a form of rough play, practiced among adult dolphins, which the human body simply can't withstand. Dusty attacked at least 5 people, all of whom required hospitalization. 2 women were rammed by Dusty within 10 days. One was in the abdomen and had to be rushed to the hospital via ambulance. The other, who had been regularly swimming with Dusty, suffered a broken rib, compressed vertebrae, and lung damage. It got so bad that even after Dusty had moved to another area, marine conservationists issued a warning about the dangers of swimming with her. When it comes to the massive killer whale, there's no doubt that this apex predator is capable of killing an adult human being within minutes. However, smaller dolphin species, such as the bottlenose, can also be very dangerous if not approached properly. Aside from weighing an average 660 pounds, it can reach over 13 feet in length on a body streamlined by millions of years of evolution. This means that it's almost impossible to overpower it in the water. A bottlenose can drag a human underwater and drown them, break their bones with their headbutt, or tear flesh off with their teeth. According to marine biologist Ben Wilson, dolphins use their incredible ultrasound abilities to home in on the vital organs of their victims that will cause most damage. A bottlenose pod will also mob together when feeling threatened, and this group behavior can be dangerous even for the largest sharks. Bottlenose dolphins are known to display aggressive behavior, especially during mating season. Males will fight and headbutt each other for rank, and females, gangs of males, are known to sometimes isolate a female, slap her around with their tails, and then forcibly copulate with her. Some bottlenose populations have practiced infanticide and kill porpoises with no intention of consuming them. Number 2. Tayo, the killer dolphin. In March 1994, a solitary male bottlenose dolphin started visiting the area of São Sebastião in Brazil. The locals named him Tayo in honor of the town. Tayo was spotted daily following boats, and after a few months, he moved north to a local beach and would frequently get closer to bathers. He became very popular for playing and interacting with people in the water. Before long, people started abusing the dolphin's friendliness. Some tried to grab his fins so that he would drag them through the water. Others attempted to restrain the dolphin to have their picture taken with him, tried to pour beer in his mouth or stick an ice cream cone into his blowhole, which is a sensitive part of a dolphin's body. In November that same year, Tayo started to retaliate against the abuse. That month, he sent 28 people to the hospital with various injuries. In December, 2 male swimmers, João Moreira and Wilson Pedroso, were harassing Tayo and possibly trying to restrain him. The dolphin rammed Pedroso, breaking his ribs, and killed Moreira. Tayo, who became known as Killer Dolphin, returned to his own kind for good in the summer of 1995. Some speculate that he was killed out of revenge for the man whose life he'd claimed and the dozens of bathers he'd injured. It would be wise to treat dolphins with respect and to appreciate that most species are more than capable of hurting you, or even worse. Whether you are swimming with these creatures in the wild or in captivity, it's important to always do it under the supervision of trained professionals who understand dolphin behavior. Dolphins are naturally curious of humans, and in order for an interaction to go well, you should let the dolphin approach you. Don't attempt to grab, restrain, or pet dolphins unless they swim close to you and stay with you. The signs that a dolphin will allow such an interaction are usually pretty clear. If a dolphin slaps its tail on the water's surface or claps its jaws at you, it probably means it's displeased with your behavior and it's time to get out of the water. If it grabs your arm or leg in its jaws, don't pull away, as you will injure yourself with its sharp teeth. Humans are far from a dolphin's typical prey, so it will most likely let go in a few seconds. If it doesn't, and you feel like your life is in danger, only as a last resort, punch it in the melon, attack its blowhole, or go for the eyes. Number 1. Attack at SeaWorld, Orlando. While feeding the dolphins at SeaWorld, Orlando, 8-year-old Gillian Thomas was attacked by one of the marine creatures. The dolphin partially jumped out of the water and grabbed the girl's arm in its jaws. Her parents captured the attack on video. Luckily, their daughter wasn't pulled in the water, but she was left with 4 puncture wounds on her arm. According to the parents, SeaWorld downplayed the attack. A spokesman for the park subsequently blamed the incident on the guests' failure to follow dolphin feeding instructions. The young girl's parents posted a video online and it soon became viral. A representative for the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration compared feeding dolphins in marine mammal parks to feeding lions, bears, or alligators in zoos, claiming that it should be treated with the same caution. Fortunately, the girl wasn't seriously hurt, but the incident sparked new debates about properly regulating the interaction between dolphins and humans. In captivity, it's acceptable for guests to feed these creatures, but in the wild, it's considered a federal offense. Thanks for watching. Which dolphin attack do you think was most brutal? Let us know in the comments section below.